what would have been Harlan Jones' 97th birthday today. I want to thank all of you for coming out to honor him and Carol Horton, both of whom are World War II veterans. Harlan was many things. For those who knew him, he was a pioneer, a carpenter, a shepherd, an outdoorsman, a craftsman, a father, a friend. He was a soldier. But for those who knew him best, he was above all else a storyteller. Later today, we'll recount some of those stories together in a celebration of life for Harlan and Carol and Norma at the VFW Hall. And we would invite all of you to join us there for the occasion. I once asked Harley, of all the things that he had witnessed in his long life, what stood out as perhaps the most monumental change or thing that he had seen. And he paused and he reflected and he said, without a doubt, it was electricity. He mused, that thing which powered radio, television, and now computers, cell phones. Maybe some of us would find those latter devices more constraining than liberating. But certainly, the ability to illuminate that which is cloaked in darkness remains an enduring marvel. Electricity. That spark. That spark of adventure and mischief in the eye of a boy. That spark of courage in the character of a soldier. I knew this was going to be hard. Perhaps that spark of love in the heart of a father and a grandfather, illuminating us all from within. Yeah, I knew this was going to be hard. And I was determined not to cry. But you know, one of the stories Harlan recounted to me during the war, when one of the men in his unit stepped on a mine, was lying near death, and had gathered all the men together around him to tell him what an honor it was to have served with them. Harley recounted to me there wasn't a dry eye in the unit. I don't think he would have minded that we would shed a tear on his behalf. But by the same token, he was a strong man, maybe even a little cantankerous, and if we would have carried on too long, he might have said something like, "Stop that caterwauling or I'll soak your head in a washed tub of piss." Well, in closing, I'd just like to quote from that oft-used barracks hymn, a quote that was famously orated by Douglas MacArthur, whom Harley had the privilege to meet while he served in the Philippines. He said that old soldiers, they never die, they just fade away. Well, so long as that spark, that current of our veterans' compassion, wisdom, and wit flows within us all, it will be a long, long time before they fade away.
We, the members of the United States Army, the United States Navy, and their comrades in arms, are here assembled to pay a lasting tribute of respect to our departed brothers. When the call of our country was heard, Harlan Hugh Jones and Carol Curtis Wharton answered. Self was forgotten in the cause of the greater good. As brave men, they marched away with the abiding faith in God, their country, and their flag. The red of our country's flag was made redder by their heroism, the white more stainlessly pure by the motives which impelled them, and in the starry field of our nation's glorious banner, the blue has been glorified by the service they have given for American ideals. O God, Father of us all, we here extend these final earthly tributes to our beloved comrades. Accept our prayers in behalf of the soul of thy servants departed. Welcome them to thy house to rest in peace. Look with mercy upon the loved ones bereaved by their passing. Comfort and console them through thine own tenderness. These things we ask humbly in thy name. As comrade after comrade departs, we march on with ranks growing thinner. Help us to be faithful unto thee and to one another. We beseech thee, look in mercy upon all of us here assembled, and with thine own tenderness, console and comfort those bereaved by the hand of death. Heavenly Father, bless our country with freedom, peace, and righteousness, and through thy sovereign name may we all meet at last before thy throne of grace in heaven, and to thy great name shall be praised forever and ever. To the friends and family of Carol Curtis Wharton and Harlan Hugh Jones, we thank you for the service you provide in support of their country, or their service to our country, and hope to console you with the knowledge that their legacy will not be forgotten.
on behalf of the President of the United States Navy, and a grateful nation, please accept this flag as a symbol of our appreciation for your loved one's honorable and faithful service to this country.